So I haven't necessarily made a recipe in quite a long time. And the reason for that is I've been very stuck on 2 recipes. One, I still haven't gotten yet. I don't know when it's gonna come out. It might be a week, it might be in August. I don't know. But the second recipe, I got hammered out. Be on the lookout for some Anabolic Samoa Girl Scout cookies. But today I have 3 breakfast wrap variations that I really want to share with you guys because I've been eating them a lot. They are so delicious. They have crazy volume, a ton of protein. I'm not going to call them anabolic though. I'm not going to call them anabolic because they're not necessarily healthy or spin-offs of a different recipe. I just make them and they're delicious. So today it's going to be 3 healthy breakfast wraps with a crap ton of protein. So before we get into anything, I am going to down this entire bottle of kombucha. Why? Because I have no reason why I'm doing this, but I hear there's a lot of benefits to doing this, and I hear it's absolutely disgusting, so I am going to open this. Oh. One sec. You know, I might not drink the whole bottle, but I'm at least going to try it, and if it's disgusting, well, we'll see. All right, taste test. That's really good. Wow. I was expecting to hate this. I heard people say this stuff tastes horrible, and there's some solid stuff on the bottom, like bacteria. I was expecting to think this was horrible, but I very much enjoy this, so. All right, let's get to the first recipe. So unlike most of my videos, we're going to be doing this one in a voiceover. The reason for that is for the interest of time, as well as, you know, just trying something new. Want to see how this plays out, but I don't intend to do this in the future. But anyways, guys, for this first recipe, you're going to want to shave up 2 russet potatoes and rinse out as much starch as you can and set them aside. Next up, you're going to want to grab 3 meats of your choice. I'm going to be using 70% fat-free turkey pepperoni, bacon, as well as ham. I'm going to cut them up into small pieces and saute them in a pan until they're pretty crispy. We're going to crack about 4 egg whites in there, cook them up, and then we're going to set those aside and then move on to our potatoes. Give the pan a nice helping of spray, and then we're going to throw the potatoes on there, mix them around a little bit while they crispy up. I like to shape my hash browns into a rectangle because it seems to fit the wrap the most. I'm going to be adding a 1/4 cup of cheddar cheese on top. Last thing you're going to want to do is coat a pan with some nonstick spray and throw your pita bread on there. You're going to want to flip it around after a couple minutes to let it brown up a little bit, but not to the point where it's too crispy. I like to start by putting the hash browns on first as a nice bed for the 3 meats that we're going to add right after. Finally, we're going to fold the pita bread right over, transfer it to a plate, and then we are done. In preparation for this video, I haven't eaten anything today, and it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm going to devour this real quick, and the other 2 I'm going to save for meal prep. So anyways, taste test. Wow. Your dog can die, you could be late on rent, and you could drop and shatter your brand new Xbox. Team Xbox, by the way. Let me know down below, Xbox or PS4. Or PS5. I don't care what's going on in your day. This will put you in a good mood. I promise. Oh my gosh, the cheesy hash browns. I am gonna finish this up and we are going to make our second recipe. All right, on to the second recipe. This one is heavily inspired by fellow YouTuber Sawyer Baznet. He releases Anabolic chimichangas recently, so once you're done here, go check out his channel and throw him a subscription. But guys, we are going to start by cutting up 140 grams of unseasoned chicken breast and bringing it over to our pan. I like to season it with some salt and about 5 grams of taco seasoning because you want to give it that flavor. Cook that up until it's all crispy and then set it aside for later once again. In that same pan, you are going to put in 120 grams of low-calorie pesto sauce, 240 grams of refried beans, kind of looks like cat food, and 200 grams of cauliflower rice. I really can't go a video without dropping something. You're gonna wanna cook that up for a little while until some of the moisture evaporates out and it becomes a little more solid. And then you're just gonna set it aside once again. Next thing you guys are going to want to do is take your Joseph's pita bread, spray your large pan with some non-stick, and toss it right on. I thought I smudged the lens. I like to toss on about a 1/4 cup of cheddar cheese, spread that out a little bit so it melts onto the pita. Once it starts to slightly brown, you're going to take your mixture, you're going to throw that on first, and that's going to act as a bed for the chicken we're going to throw on right after. I know the thumbnail shows all of these rolled up. I like to fold mine over because it's a little bit of a psychological trick that makes your brain think you're eating a lot more food than you are, but how you prepare it is entirely up to you. I know I said I was gonna save this for later, but you gotta do a taste test. So, cheers. Oh man, oh man. I folded it over a little bit, that way nothing pours out the bottom. But guys, this is a very customizable recipe, all 3 of them. If you want, you can roll this up into a burrito. You can fold it like a panini. I don't know what people do with things, but you can do whatever you want. Very customizable, very utilitarian. Do whatever you want with these things. I'm just giving you 3 suggestions that I very much recommend you guys try because I enjoy these very frequently. I have a very disgusting sweet tooth. I eat a lot of sweet things, trust me, but I can absolutely appreciate something savory. 100%, dude. It is 3:30. We're making good time. Let's do the last one. And now we are on to the final recipe. We are going to start by making a custom Caesar dressing. No, it's not going to taste exactly like Caesar dressing, but I'm trying to make it super low calorie. So this recipe is going to include 3/4 cup of water, half a squeezed lime, 15 grams of mustard, 40 grams of vinegar, 5 grams of salt, 1 gram of xanthan gum, 30 grams of garlic, and 15 grams of Worcestershire sauce. I mean, that's how Donkey said it. That's how I'm going to say it.
Worcestershire? Now that sounds fancy.
It's Worcestershire.
Like the sauce? It's spicy.
Blend that mixture up and you are going to have dressing for weeks. We are now going to cut up 240 grams of unseasoned chicken breast and we're going to bring it over to our pan. Season it with whatever you'd like. I'm just going to keep it simple. Use salt and pepper. I'm going to cook it until it's crispy and then I'm going to set it aside for a 3rd time. Grab your pita, toss it on your large pan, and add 56 grams of shredded cheese. Now you're going to take a giant handful of greens. You can use lettuce, spinach, bok choy, whatever it is you want, and then you're just going to throw it right on top of the melted cheese. That's going to act as a bed for our chicken. My suggestion to you guys is to keep it towards the beginning of the pita. That way when you roll it up, it's going to be much tighter. Now that it's all rolled up, all we got to do now is hit the pan with a little bit of spray and we're going to crispy up each side of the wrap. Make sure you keep an eye on it because if you hold it for too long, it can burn. And just like that, our final recipe is done. Notice I didn't put any of my secret stuff in there. The reason for that is I'm a little weird. I like to pour it in a side bowl and then I'll just kind of dip it, take a bite, dip it, take a bite. I feel like it gets really messy when I try to pour it inside. It'll just drip out of each end. Like I said, you don't need to roll it up. You don't need to fold it over. You can do whatever you want. Okay, there's no right way to make this. I'm just showing you the combinations that I enjoy the most myself. I'm gonna be prepping this one as well, but I still gotta do a taste test. Now, I don't have a bowl handy, so I'm gonna take Ethan's secret stuff, pour a little bit of it right on top. Perfect. And now, taste test. Look at this perfect sear you get on both sides. I'm obsessed. The cheese helps so much. The cheese on the crispy pita with the crunch of the salad or whatever lettuce you use and the flavor of the chicken. It all just mixes and clashes so nicely. Oh my God. Today I brought you 3 different recipes that could act as breakfast, lunch, dinner. It could be on the go as a meal prep. These are all jacked in protein, low in calories, and massive in volume. Guys, I suggest you make these whenever you get a chance. You got 3 to pick from. Personally, my favorite is the first one, the 3 meat. Oh yeah, try that one out. Take a picture, put it on Instagram, send it to me. My Instagram is in one of these corners. I'm never gonna remember while looking at the camera. But you know how to find me. A big reason that I opted to do voiceovers for my walkthroughs today is because what I wanted to do was try to get more shots with the camera, try to talk less, because I was aiming for some footage that was a little more cinematic, looked a little more professional, but I came to the conclusion that that is not very achievable when you don't have a cameraman. I hope the footage I got today looks pretty good, but nonetheless, guys, you got 3 recipes that are absolutely killer and super easy to make. But guys, let me know what you think. I'm really curious to hear your thoughts. As always, if you have not already, please drop a like down below and smash that subscribe button. Ring the bell to be notified when I drop more videos like this, and leave a comment if you got a suggestion for a video in the future. But guys, I appreciate you watching. I will see you in the next video. Take care of yourselves. Peace.